welcome back to my channel. This is Simply Selicia, and today I'm going to talk about Twice. So, of course, before doing this, I knew who Twice was. Like, I know that they're referred to kind of like as the nation's girl group. I knew that they were very popular. I've heard some of their hit tracks, like TT, Cheer Up, and stuff like that. So, like, I know of Twice, but I had never followed Twice. It was only in this last year and a half or so that I started paying attention to Twice. And I really loved their stage performances at the end of the year shows, and I was like, okay, I'm like really into this, and I'm like so like zoned in on this now. I want to learn more about it. So I am spending a month just kind of getting used to Twice and like going through their discography, getting to know them. This is about halfway through. This is 2 weeks in. Just 2 weeks alone I have spent on just their discography. So like I started at the very beginning to the end, and then I just keep kind of going through a few times, getting a feel for the songs, and then picking my favorites out of that, and then putting those on like playlists and rotating them and just seeing how I feel over time. I have not done any unhelpful guides or anything at all. I do not know any of the members at all yet. I'm pretty sure though that one of them, their name is Momo, and she's the dancer. Because of Stan Twitter, I feel like that is right, but I'll have to double check. That's my next step. So like the next 2 weeks is going to be getting to know the members and everything else. So if you feel like you want to drop any like unhelpful guides or things that I should look up, please drop them below and I'll check them out while I am studying up on them for like the second half of this series. But honestly, I like enjoyed the time. I feel like summertime was like the best time because I needed like that like pick me up, and like they had such positive songs and such like a vibe of summer. Like they just have like a very cheery vibe. So I was super happy to kind of jump in and learn about that. So I have like a list over here of like what my songs, like my favorite Twice songs, 100%. I listen to Twice like all the time to figure out what my favorite songs were. And like I said, I started from the beginning all the way till now. I definitely have a preference to their newer music. But my taste is kind of like all over the board in terms of what I ended up sticking to and like I love the most. And my favorite song from Twice is 24/7. So that's number one. Number two is Someone Like Me. I really, really like Twice slow songs. And I feel like no one talked about them ever. And like their slow songs are really good. So Someone Like Me is my second favorite. Third on the list is Dance the Night Away. It's just summertime. Like that's just right on time. I really like the beat of that. And it doesn't get old to me. For What Is Love, I really liked that. I really loved the music video for What Is Love. So like when that came out, that was when I was first starting to really kind of like watch each release that they did. And I really like What Is Love. I thought it was clever. The music video was really cute. Number 5, One in a Million. Once again, like a slower song. I really like those. And then like, so that's my top 5. That's like my core of like, I need these Twice songs. So like that is forever going to be on like a playlist from this point out. Like that's where I'm at. But like these next songs are still like, they're still pretty prominent. I still really like them. They still haven't solidified the will they be like lifelong kind of K-pop jams for me. So like number 6 is Yes or Yes. Number 7 is Love Line. 8 is Deja Vu. 9 is Ho. 10 is Touchdown, and 11 is Jelly Jelly. So those are the songs like after spending so much time just kind of going through and getting to know their sound. Those are what I walked away with. So that's where I'm at. I feel like there is an injustice towards girl groups a lot of the time, especially girl groups with cute concepts. Because sometimes it's hard for international fans to like identify with that because we don't do like aegyo necessarily in the same ways. So it's interesting to see, it's interesting to see a girl group that I would think normally people would be like, oh, I like this, but like that's too cute for me. That's not me. That's not, you know, that's like that kind of thing that people, I'm used to hearing people say. And I used to be one of those people who would say that like forever ago when I was first getting into K-pop, and I wasn't truly like deep diving into anything. Like I would be one of those people that was like, oh, that's too cute. Why would I be into that? And a lot of that comes from like growing up. I was more of like a tomboy, and I generally, like, for me, it's weird because growing up, I felt like I did anything in my power to not be girly. So like my outright refusal of the sound, even if I liked it, just to not be too feminine, because I felt like there was something wrong with being too feminine for whatever various like reasons of society. And it's just like, it's weird because now these days it's just like, oh, I love this. I love a cute concept. Character development, I am down. Like, I really like cute concepts. There are parts of my femininity that are into cuteness. There are parts of my femininity that are into, like, tomboyness. There is no reason that I cannot, like, I shouldn't cater to all of these sides of me. Feminism and being feminine isn't about just one or another. It's a wonderful culmination of all these things together. So it's weird to see, like, it's weird to come back and just know that that's my history, and like come back and be like, wow, you're dumb. Because you, like, the things that we do because we feel like we should present or be a certain way, and it's just like, no, you should do what makes you happy. You should just enjoy what you enjoy, you know? Like, some of those things where you're growing up that you learn later and you're just like, wow, why did I do that? Like, that didn't make sense. So just, that's like my girl group rant right there. It's just like, it's okay if it's not your thing. Sometimes for some people it's just not your thing. Like, that's fine. But don't do what I did when I was growing up and like stop yourself from it being your thing just because you think that that's not, oh, I'm not one of those like cutesy girls, blah 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 blah. Like, you don't have to do that. Just enjoy it. It's awesome. Like, if it's something you like it. It's really that simple. And it doesn't feel like it all the time, and it's difficult sometimes, but if you like something, it's okay to just like it. And that's what I love about K-pop, is most people eventually they're just like, you know what? I like it, and this is like my thing, and this is what I enjoy. So I have really loved getting to know Twice. It is kind of catering to this more overarching series that I'm working on, where I am kind of breaking down my own femininity and like things like character development and like things that I went through the lens of K-pop, and just going back and revisiting those old ways that I used to feel and kind of breaking it down. So you're going to see more parts of this series where I really go in depth about those things. But today I just wanted to stop by and say, like, hey, I've been listening to Twice and I love it. And you should check it out too. Here are my favorite songs. I'm going to put them on a Spotify playlist if you can so choose to start looking into it. This is part of just like a simply series of going through like groups. So this is simply series Twice. My camera cut on me. Sorry about that. So like what I was saying is essentially that these 11 songs are my essential Twice songs, and that I am putting together a playlist on Spotify. So I'll put the link below, and it'll be kind of like a simply series essential K-pop list of here are the groups that I've been looking into and all the songs that I have finalized, kind of like on what I'm listening to from these groups, and they'll just kind of add up over time. So it'll be just a giant list that we can like listen to and check out together and talk about. So that is all I wanted to say. There is much more to this series. I know this is just kind of like a blank video. It feels like it doesn't feel like as deep as I would normally go into in like on my channel. But it's just the beginning, and basically this next 2 weeks I'm going to be looking over Twice and trying to get to know them and understand them some more. Just because that's what they deserve. That's what any artist deserve. Like, if you're listening to their music over time, you should kind of understand them and like get to know who they are, because you know they are the person creating that art, so it's cool to get to know them. So that's my next goal. And then from there, Do you guys remember when I had you do a poll asking me which song that I should do choreography to? I didn't forget. So like these are the results of that. Right over here. Whoop, wrong side. Right over here are my results. And yeah. I'm editing that together now. My first attempt at the choreography. So that's going to be kind of part of this kind of just hanging out with me and understanding me and, you know, looking at femininity through the K-pop lens and kind of deconstructing my life from childhood to now and, you know, my growth and things that I've gone through and stuff like that so we can get to know each other better. We can talk about K-pop and everything else and just enjoy the ride. It's probably really hilarious to watch me dance. I don't know. I haven't started editing it yet. So we will see. But I'll see you guys next time. Let me just stop babbling and please go enjoy Twice. Give them lots of love. I'll link some of my favorite music videos down below as well as a link to that playlist. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!
24/7